Hi, I'm Lydia Diaz, and this is Lydia Daily, a place to share advice, insights, and authenticity. Okay, so have you ever wanted to take a break from social media, from Twitter, Instagram, Facebook? In this video, I'm going to share my insights after taking a month off of Facebook. So in August of 2016, I was in this place where I saw myself slipping into some not so healthy habits. And a lot of it stemmed from Facebook. That was where I spent a lot of my time. I was growing a business, and that's just where I chose to do it. And so I was on Facebook for hours every day, and I was posting, I was messaging with people, I was scrolling a lot of scrolling. And so I found myself at a point where I would get off of Facebook and feel completely drained. I had feelings of inadequacy that stemmed from comparing myself to people's highlight reels on Facebook, things that they'd post and vacations that they were going on and their weight loss journeys and their amazing, awesome things that were going on in their lives. I was comparing my life to, and I was coming up short. There were times on Facebook where certain things would trigger me to feel anxious and depressed. It was just an unhealthy place for me. Now, rewind. When did I join Facebook? I joined Facebook when I was in college. So in 2005 is when I started my Facebook page. And back then it was like only people who had a college email address could even join. And so it was very small, it was intimate, it was just the people at your school talking about things that were pertinent to what was happening on campus or after school or whatever. And then it just blew up and grew over the years, and I enjoyed it. And so in 2016, that's 11 years after I joined, I said, I'm gonna take a little Facebook fast. I'm going to take a month off of Facebook and see how I feel, because I was aware that certain things were triggering me or making me feel less than, and it was unhealthy. So I started with deleting the Facebook app off of my phone, because I would be there with my phone just like scrolling, and not filling myself with anything of any value, just like seeing everyone else's life. And so I deleted the app off of my phone for about a week before I actually deactivated my Facebook page. And so that helped, it helped. But then I was at home, I was a stay-at-home mom, so I was able to be at home, and I was on my laptop and I was scrolling still. And so finally I deactivated my page in August of 2016. I took that month and just avoided anything Facebook. At first I had this intense feeling of I'm missing out. Like there are things happening on Facebook that I am not able to see. What if someone invites me to something and they think that I'm ignoring them? What if? And that drove me into being more intentional with my friends and family offline. I ended up sending way more texts and phone calls with people who I loved and cared about, and checking in with people one-on-one rather than just liking their pictures or their posts on Facebook. I was actually intentional. So that's one of the things that came out of it, was I grew the relationships that actually mattered to me by being intentional with communicating with them. Another thing that happened was that feeling of missing out. Eventually it faded. It's like I was going through withdrawals at first from not being on Facebook, and that fear of missing out, that FOMO as people call it, was rearing up and trying to pull me back into Facebook. And so when I was able to just rest and relax and fight through that, it eventually faded away, and then I stopped really even thinking about it. Also, something that happened when I took that month off was I was more present with my family at home. I wasn't constantly holding my phone and scrolling and liking and scrolling and liking. I was able to be present in the moments instead of trying to curate in my head a post that I was going to make or take a picture so that I could post it and share it and get some likes. I was just actually enjoying my kids. I was actually enjoying watching TV with them. I wasn't concerned about who was doing what on this ethereal plane of Facebook. I was here and now with my children, with my husband, and the kids actually told me, because they recognized that I was more present, they recognized that and said it to me, that they just wanted me. And so that was a really big moment for me when my, at the time, 5-year-old said, "I just want you, mommy." I just want you. And so she got me, because I was off of my phone constantly, or my laptop, constantly scrolling and commenting and posting and liking and trying to defend my point of view, or trying to sway someone else's point of view, or all of these things just really faded away. And what was the true priority came to the forefront, and I was able to focus on that more. And in that same vein, I was able to really enjoy things, not just because I was going to make a post about it later, but really, really enjoy them. Laugh out loud and put my phone down and forget about it and just engage in that moment and let myself have fun for the sake of having fun, not for the sake of making a post. Now, none of this might apply to you. Maybe you're somebody who can be on social media and totally be like a normal human being, but I'm not. You know, I'm gonna be real with you. I have my flaws and my insecurities, and Facebook and Instagram and all these things tend to make me feel inadequate, or make me feel like I have to compete or compare myself. I get to feeling envious of what other people are doing when my life kind of feels boring at times. All of that kind of faded away when I took a step back from Facebook. Okay, so August ended and it's September, and I'm gonna go back on Facebook now because I had my 1-month fast from it. And I got back on and I scrolled around a little bit and I was like, why am I here? That was really the thought that went through my mind. Why am I here? And at that point I decided I'm done with Facebook. So I deactivated my page again. Like, I wasn't even on long enough for anyone to realize that I had come back. So I deactivated my page again, and I stayed off until, I want to say, February of 2018. So I went on in February, reactivated my page, and made a couple of posts and checked around, and I had that exact same feeling. Why am I here? And I think I stayed on for about a month. And I never put the app back on my phone, because I feel like that was an unhealthy place for me to be. Or I felt like having the app on my phone was unhealthy for me because it allowed me instant access, whereas just having it on my laptop made it harder to access. So I never put the app back on my phone. But during that month, from February until March, I might have checked it maybe 10 times total. And then I started hearing all about this, breach of security and privacy issues that Facebook is having right now. And I was like, why am I even here? Once again, why am I even on Facebook? I keep up with my family. I've gotten really great at keeping up with them. I keep up with my friends, because I've had a year and a half or whatever it is to curate those relationships. I don't need to be here. So I deactivated it again. And honestly, I don't know that I'll ever get back on Facebook, but I don't really have a yearning to. So that 1 month back in August of 2016 really changed the trajectory for me to now in 2018 to not even see Facebook as a platform for me. I feel like Instagram is more of a platform for me. It's where I'm building my businesses, and it's just a fun place to post pictures. It's kind of like a scrapbook for me. That's how I'm using it. But it's not something that I feel that I need to be on every day. In fact, I challenge myself to have a week-long fast every month from Instagram, because it just helps recalibrate me on what's important. And that's just how I use social media. I absolutely use it for my businesses. I absolutely use it to keep in touch with people who maybe I'm not as close with. But if you're feeling like it's eliciting a lot of negative emotions within you, it's making you feel like you're comparing yourself all the time, it's making you feel inadequate, it's making you feel angry, jealous, anxious, then I would recommend taking a break for a week, for a month, however long you feel would be a good stretch for you. For some, that's 3 days. For some, that's a week. For some, that's 6 months. Whatever it may be, take a break. Start by removing the apps from your phone, then deactivating your page and just committing to that break. Commit to that fast and see what can happen during that time as you learn to re-engage with the world around you, the people around you in an authentic way. So this week, I dare you to take a break from social media. And in the comments below, share what you're taking a break from, how long you're gonna take that break, so that we can talk about it and I can help you stay accountable to it. All right, until next time, bye guys.